Okay, you guys. In my Q&A video, I mentioned a few possible story times that I could do and asked your guys' opinion. And a few of you said, yes, do the Bigfoot video. So I'm going to do it. I don't like talking about this. And I don't even hardly tell nobody in my real life because they all think I'm crazy. But yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you guys, okay? Now, disclaimer, I'm not dramatizing anything. I'm not exaggerating anything. These are my experiences. These are my stories. This is my truth in my life, okay? These are my beliefs and my interpretations. I'm not even wearing glasses because I'm being serious right now, okay? And now y'all know that means I'm real serious, okay? But let's get into it, okay? Now, as most of you know by now, I do live in East Tennessee. I do live in a city, a pretty decent sized city actually. It's pretty decent sized for the area, okay? But I can drive about 15 minutes and be out in the middle of nowhere in the Cherokee National Forest, okay? I mean nowhere. You can drive through that forest for hours and still see no civilization. It's massive, okay? It's huge. It's unpopulated. There's nothing out there. Nothing. And we grew up hearing stories, folklore, this and that, you know. The elders trying to spook out kids or tell them experiences they've had, this, that, whatever. And you know, nothing good happens after midnight. Did y'all grow up hearing that? Because I did. And I used to believe that, but now I don't. Because I'm of drinking age and love going out to the bars, honey. But, yeah. And I have a few family members who've seen some things or, yeah, experienced things they couldn't explain, okay? Now, I have a few of those from when I was a kid or younger. I was out on a canoe with my cousin and my uncle and my little brother, I think, at the time. Out in a secluded area, just, you know, rowing a little canoe along the river. And we kept hearing like rustling in the brush and the trees along the river. And we were like, oh, it's probably deers or you know, even possibly a bear or something, you know. And then as the sun was about to set and we were going to the edge of the river, about to get out, we heard this blood curdling yell, scream, like unhuman. Like, "Ugh," like I can't even do it, but it wasn't a person. And even if like there's no reason for any person to be out there all by themselves running around in the brush and in the trees. Um, and my cousin has seen things and has heard things, and he automatically looked at me like terrified. I had the same look in my eye. We both went, you know, didn't talk about it. We acted like it never happened. But we both had a feeling, you know, that something wasn't right about that. And, you know, we got the hell out of there as fast as we could. Then another time we were playing at this playground out near my cousin's house within walking distance. And this playground was from like the 60s or 50s. Rusted, crusted, dusted, busted, decrepit. It's not even accessible to the public anymore. But there was no other kids in that neighborhood. And my cousin wasn't a kid. He was much older than me. But he took me down there to play one day. And it was getting dark. It was getting dusky. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. Like I was saying, and I had to go use the bathroom. He said, "Why would we go wait by the gate in the car?" I said, "Okay, I'm gonna hurry." So I went to this little building with this bathroom. I had a very uneasy feeling. It was getting dark. I don't like being out in the woods and stuff when it's dark like that. And I passed by this tree that I hadn't noticed, and it really creeped me out. And I was already uneasy, so I was like, I ran in that bathroom and said, I'm gonna hurry, and I'm gonna run to the car. And I come out and I start running like I said. Then I stop and turn around because something wasn't right. That tree that I had never noticed before was no longer there. It was dark, it was shadowy, but what could have been standing there that I assumed was a tree? That obviously wasn't a tree. I don't know. Whatever. But I've never forgot that either. Then, I used to stay at my aunt and uncle's house, my cousin's parents' house, a lot when I was younger. And then randomly I stopped going there. I stopped staying there. Then a few years later, my family just kind of lost touch with them in general because of some family drama and this and that I'm not getting into. But it was very strange. And people asked me why, and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't. Then a couple years later, I start having this dream where I was at their house. I wake up, I'm in their house. I go to the kitchen because I'm going to get some water from the sink. But I stop and play with the magnets on their fridge because they collected magnets and stuff. And I remember playing and touching with exact magnets that they really did have. One being a Precious Moments giraffe, which they had for me because giraffes are my favorite animal. And I always played with those magnets, so that's not weird, Then I go to the sink and grab a cup from the cabinet, go to the sink, and then look out the window. Because there's 100 yards from the window, there's an old barn in their neighbor's property. And in front of it is a single, telephone pole with a light, an orange light that just glows, a creepy orange glow. And they live out in the country, so their actual road doesn't even have street lamps. So this was the only light around, okay? And then I see something crossing the yard, the field, from behind that barn and crossing into the glow of the orange street lamp at the top of this telephone pole in this field near this barn. Not big, probably about 4.5 feet tall, something about the size of a kid, a child. And just like you see in the movies and in videos and TV shows, it's that eerie, creepy glide. I was terrified, okay? But I was frozen watching. And then I noticed something else crossing into the light behind. Massive. Same glide, same walk. Still frozen, staring at these things, okay? And then the big one turns and makes eye contact with me from about 100 yards away through the window where I'm standing there with the faucet running still, terrified. And then it turns and keeps walking, following the young one. And I watch until they're completely out of the light's glare and out of sight. And pretty much damn near the tree line at this point. And then I sink into the floor. The sink's still running, but I sink into the floor. Just damn near having a panic attack. Having trouble breathing, of just sitting there. Just the most terrifying thing you could imagine. See it, and then that's the feeling I had, okay? And then I wake up. Covered in sweat, dry heaving, feeling just like I felt in the dream, okay? Now, I had this dream about once a week from the age of like 10, 11 to the age of like 16, 17. I had it for a long time, about once a week. And every time I would wake up just as terrified as the first time I had that dream, okay? I would tell people about it, and they're like, oh, that's weird, you know, that's crazy, oh, I wonder why. Then I ended up going to therapy when I was about 17 or 18 for a little while. And I mentioned that because I was like, if anybody will know why I'm having this dream, it would probably be a psychologist, you know? Now, this is what she told me. She said, now, don't run wild with your imagination, but most reoccurring dreams are suppressed memories. Or something your brain is wanting you to know or tell you that you're not telling yourself, okay? As soon as I heard that, suppressed memories, it all made sense in my head. It clicked. Well, that's why I quit going there. That's why I quit staying there. It just made sense, you know? It made total sense to me. But my therapist was a skeptic, you know? She said, I don't think that's what you saw, but I think that your brain, that you had to experience some trauma at the time, and this is the way your brain has manifested it to make you remember or think of something. But that doesn't make sense, you know? And I'd already had those other two experiences prior, mind you. But yeah, that freaked me out thoroughly. I've never had a dream like that before, where it was just so real. Like, just playing with the magnets on her fridge that were real magnets, like. And it started out the same way every time, and I woke up at the same point every time, and I woke up terrified every time. Now, for whatever reason, I quit having that dream as often. But if I watch, you know, like a TV show or something like that, or Googling, or just looking at stuff I shouldn't about, you know, the Bigfoot topic or subject, I'll have that dream. Still, to this day, and I'm 26 now. And I wake up just as terrified as I was the first time I ever had it. And the dream is still just as vivid. And I haven't been in that house in probably 14 years or more. And still, I can just picture everything perfectly. The magnets, the field, the barn, the god-awful creatures. Oh, it's so spooky. That stuff messes me up, okay? Also, fun fact, that show Finding Bigfoot actually filmed an episode about an hour from where I live. So, I'm not the only one with weird experiences or stories around here. So, do with this information what thou will. If you've had weird experiences like that or anything else, let me know down below. Because I am interested in stuff like this, and I would love to read them. But yeah, it's all relative. The truth is out there. Little X-Files quote for y'all. But yeah, that's all I've got for you right now. So love you guys. Bye. Love you so much.